Hi, this is Laura, and I'd like to talk with you tonight about bipolar disorder and how it's affected my spirituality. It's really impacted every aspect of my relationship with God, and it's wonderful that today I can have a stable and secure relationship with God, and it's not affected by the mood swings that I had in the past. Well, I've always been the kind of girl that was interested in God since I was very small. And I was raised Southern Baptist and baptized when I was 11 years old. But by the time I was 14, I wanted to become a Catholic. And many times during my life when I went through a depressed phase, I was drawn to the Catholic Church. When I was manic, I was wild as all get out. Yes, during my 20s, I was a wild child when I was manic and had no ambitions. And when I was depressed, I would be drawn into a very conservative, religious frame of mind. And I would go back and forth. In my early 30s, when I lived in California, I was on a quest for spiritual enlightenment, and I worked with spiritual teachers. And when I was manic, I believed I had attained enlightenment. And I was glowing and happy, and everything was wonderful. The colors were brighter. The world was a more beautiful place. And then I would dive into depression, which I believed was a spiritual cleansing experience. And I did not take any medications during those 6 years because I thought it would interfere with my quest for enlightenment. So I did not take any medications for those 6 years, and I wanted to test things out. But something happened between the ages of about 36 and 38 that changed all that for me. I became extremely depressed, and everything in my life fell apart because all my grandiose schemes had crashed, and my money management was completely out of control, and I was not stable whatsoever, and I was willing to try anything whatsoever, any medication if it would work. For the first time, I fully surrendered to the fact that I had bipolar disorder, and I was willing to do what it took to be stable. No longer was I pursuing the highs. No longer was I just avoiding the lows. But I really wanted to know what it's like not to cycle all the time. When we're depressed, our spirituality is very much affected because we feel like a burden on other people. We're afraid to reach out to other people, and we become very isolated. And it's difficult to think about anyone besides ourselves because we're so weighed down by our intense emotions of agony and anguish. And when we're manic, it's hard to think about other people because we're just riding on a cloud. And so it's really great to have a happy medium. Back in November or December of year before last, I lost all sense of purpose, which is common with depression, and so I started volunteering. And it gave me back my sense of purpose. Of course, volunteering is good because it brings us outside of ourselves. So I started doing that, and I started going back to church, and eventually I got a part-time job working with the mentally ill, and all of these things have been tremendous help, and I pray every night, and I meditate during the day, and none of this would be possible, however, without medication, and I stress that whoever invented Lamictal, I would love to congratulate them and give them just a big hug and say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because it's helped me to maintain my connection with God through allowing me not to be swept around by my emotions anymore. I am immensely grateful to God for all these things, for my medications, for my therapy, for my support systems, everything that's in place for me, for my job, for the sense of His presence in my life, the sense of well-being that I feel, the contentment and peace that is finally mine. And it's just wonderful to have balance in my life, and I wouldn't trade it for all the mania in the world. I wouldn't trade it for all what I thought enlightenment was either. I'm just happy. I'm very grateful. Thanks.